2023 at 9 a.m. Baker County Board of Commissioners is now in session. Dear Father in heaven, thank you for all of the blessings that you've given us. Lord, I especially ask you to watch over my family as we are near bringing another life into this world. Guide us and all the things that we should do. Give each one of us the wisdom to lead. In Jesus' name, amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I thought the room felt a little bigger today. Yeah. At least the tables.
And you.
I asked her for one too.
Thank you.
All right. Do we have any agenda changes? Did we add anything? Okay. On to scheduled business. This is the OHA IGA grant agreement number 181075-0.
Contract review.
Oh, we do. Yeah. Out of the swing of it here. We'll now open contract review board. Well, do we have any information on that or?
This is, yeah, we talked about this.
Okay.
Jason was in here last session, wasn't he, with this? This is different.
We knew it was coming.
So I did read through it. It looks like local hospitals in Baker Union, Wallowa, Malheur, Umatilla counties received healthcare coalition funding and have decided to put all of these funds together and fund the Eastern Oregon Regional Medical Reserve Corps. These funds are administered by the Oregon Health Authority through the Healthcare Preparedness Program. The funds are used for the EORMRC coordinator who aids in the training and response of the volunteers.
And the funds do not have a match requirement.
No,
What is the total? Do you know?
that generally the maximum to not exceed amount payable to recipient under this agreement, which includes any allowable expenses, is $53,928. Oregon Health Authority will not disperse grant to recipients in excess of the not to exceed amount and will not disperse grant until agreement has been signed by all parties.
A motion?
Yeah, I read through it before I got here. Are you two okay with it?
I'm okay with it.
I was able to go through it
Yeah,
quickly.
well, if Jason was here, I don't know. Heidi, do you know, so all of the before mentioned hospitals, do they receive this money and then they've all agreed through their boards or CEOs to do this or?
Yeah, well, I don't know for sure, but I think it sounds like it's just all the funds go in to fund that MRC position. And then the MRC is the regional, they coordinate regional healthcare services.
And distributed.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Yeah.
So I'll make a motion that we approve the grant agreement with the Oregon Health Authority, grant agreement number 181,075 to fund the Eastern Oregon Regional
Medical.
Medical Reserve Corps. Accept the grant in amount of $53,948. $928 or up to pay for those allowable expenses.
I'll second. I'll take the easy one.
All right, I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Anyone online? All right, seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. On to Health Department School-Based Health Center Medical Service Agreement with Baker School District 5J. So this is the one that we do every 2 years. Is that correct, Heidi?
Yeah.
Yes. It says that they've provided the school-based health center for over 30 years. Yeah. It's updated every 2.
It looks fine to me. Some of the language, the time whereas we might want to maybe think about it next year and run it through, but I'm okay with it.
Okay.
I don't see anything that's gonna cause any trouble. It's just,
So the school gets the money and then they end up paying our health department. Our health department services, so.
um,
But there's nothing
not right.
stating
I
a
thought
set
there-
amount.
I thought we got the actual money and then their contribution was in kind.
District responsibility. Funding in-kind funds shall be considered as the district contribution in-kind services include, but are not limited to the following office. Not limited to the following: office-based custodial services and general utilities, and also facilities. But I think, and this was crazy, but I had trouble reading this too. It was, so it's a 2-year agreement. We can terminate it either party within 90 days of written notice. This agreement can be terminated immediately.
When she was asking about putting these on for session. She said the contract with the school district is not.
Okay,
Okay.
okay,
But Baker County is actually paid the money, right?
yeah,
For the services. That
well,
makes sense.
yeah,
So, okay. All right, I'll make a motion that we approve the agreement between the School District 5J and the Baker County Health Department.
I'll second.
have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Nobody online? Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Morgan, you're just in time. Baker Sage Grouse LIT Carcass Disposal Station Construction Contracts.
Hi, you guys. This is just an extension of what's been going on, but these are just the contracts between the contractors for the construction
Okay,
of the compost site at the landfill. The first one is with O'Connell Excavating for 48.5 that you guys approved, and then the second one is with Rogers Asphalt Paving for, it is 30 something.
37, 30, 36.
Yep, and each of those have an certificate of insurance with them.
Okay.
For there.
And so why are we looking at this again if we approve both of them.
You approved the bid proposals and
Bid
this is the
proposals.
contract.
This is
Okay.
just
for
the
that
sign,
work.
this
Okay.
is just for our
This is
signatures
just signing
on.
it. It's, yeah, should be simple.
Mm. She's doing it right. Don't scold her.
No, I just wanted to be clear. I mean, it seems
Yeah.
like we've covered this so many times.
Yep.
So,
definitely.
Well, I read it a couple times too, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
just for the signatures to go forward with the contractors, correct?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll make a motion to accept the construction contracts for the Baker Sage Grouse LIT Carcass Disposal Station.
I'll second that motion.
have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Nothing online? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. Motion carries.
Thanks.
Thank you. And thanks for coming in. I was told you had another meeting, so. Okay, well, whoever it was with, tell them thank you from us. Unless it's with us. All right, Eastern Oregon Counties Association membership dues.
Are we out of contract review then? Or are we still-
Are we out of contract
Yep.
review with this?
Yep. These are just dues. This isn't a contract.
Yeah.
Wow, it's a lot of money. Okay. I'll now close contract review board. And go on to the Eastern Oregon Counties membership dues.
And our dues are tier 2, 10,000.
And do we also pay the 5,000 for the?
That's the deck.
With the, ugh,
That's
Yeah.
optional, but
What do you think?
I don't know what we're paying for there with 5,000 for BIC, honestly.
Do you want to pull out of it? Because
If we pull out of BIC, then Baker County won't be represented
right.
as we go forward with the Blue Mountain Forest Plan revision.
well, you wouldn't be pulling out, I don't think.
I don't know why we would
I
have
think the money
to.
is just to, don't you have somebody that's doing a lot of the research for you?
You can opt to support additional interests of the Eastern Oregon Counties Association. Current opportunities include the Blue Mountain Intergovernmental Council and Eastern Oregon Economic Summit.
And that's anywhere from 1,000 to.
So what did we pay last year?
That's,
Because we had the same kind of discussion last year. Does anybody know?
And what I'm saying is, the BIC is
It is what it is.
really not doing much right now. I mean, yeah, we're meeting, we're still meeting, but it's pretty minimal. There's an MOU between the counties and the Forest Service right now, the Forest Services surrounding the Blue Mountain. And the MOU is so that the counties can see the draft EIS statement before it goes out so that we can make suggestions or comments. And that's the main item that's going on, other than just updates from the Forest Service and the team that's writing the Blue Mountain Forest Plan revision.
Okay. It'd be good to know if we knew what the $5,000 was going for. So I wouldn't approve that right now, and
Yeah,
that's the way I'm leaning.
and I am as well.
If we can find out what it's for, then we can actually have a discussion about it.
okay.
And it just looks like it says right here to support additional interests.
Who's?
Yeah. the
Well,
BIC.
right, yeah.
So I'm not in favor of that 5,000. Eastern Oregon Economic Summit, was that the one that was
In-
last month in
In
LeGrand?
LeGrand, yeah, I would have liked them gone, but we were working on the hospital thing and.
There was a ton of stuff
Right. We just
going
got
on.
And
Yeah,
it looked like it was
we
really
didn't get to
good.
go. I didn't get to go either.
Mm-mm.
So there was
We drove
too many
past
things
it.
happening,
There was. Not that,
Oh, yeah.
every which direction. yeah.
not that we wouldn't want to support it as Eastern Oregon Economic Summit. um, if we thought we were able to go again next.
Right, yeah.
Next year.
So I do think East Oregon County Association is imperative that we
Oh,
stick
yeah.
with,
Yeah. we
Sure,
need-
yes.
because that gives us a much bigger voice.
And that is, it looks like it's directly to the Eastern Oregon
Yeah.
Economic Summit for these funds, not that we are not a part of that. It's just for,
Right.
it's funding it.
Heidi, do you think would be all right if we paid just initial dues and then if we decided on the other thing to come in later that they?
Yeah,
want?
both of those are optional.
Mhm.
And if we change our
Yeah, we
minds,
can come
then-
back and
okay,
Yeah.
do it if you want.
okay. I'm in support of being part of the, Eastern Oregon.
Anyway, that's why I wanted to have it put on the table for all of us to actually discuss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About this,
Yeah,
because I wanted to get everybody's point of view on it.
right.
I didn't want to dominate the conversation and say, I don't like this.
Well, it sounds like we all agree to the AOC.
Yeah. think so.
I believe that, or the EOCA.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a
no,
lot
I-
of money too, but
It is.
I do think
They're-
they have,
the
we
ex-
have made it serve our purpose pretty well.
Well, and having the extra lobbying and all of that is worth the money. It's, it isn't cheap to get our voice heard over here. So I definitely think we should do that, but then can you check on the BIC? And then
Mhm.
if it looks like we can participate next year in the summit, then we can pitch in a little bit.
Right, right. And the big meeting is coming up on Monday that I'll be zooming into. It's in Burns.
So District 1 would be a good place to have that conversation.
Yeah, on the 29th. I'm sure that people are going to be up there at Anthony Lakes tomorrow.
Right.
So, I
Same thing.
mean,
Yeah,
there's a
we're-
lot of
we're gonna have
opportunity that we
opportunity to
have coming
discuss
up.
this, so,
Okay. Okay. Well, I'll make a motion to fund or to do our basic membership with EOCA for fiscal year 2023-24 for the amount of 10,000.
I'll second that motion.
I've got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Okay, seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Okay, revision update discussion ordinance number 2017-03, authorizing the operation of all-terrain vehicles on designated county road.
Okay, so like I said, this came to me from Kelly Tansey with the road department. She was getting multiple calls and people asking about the ordinance as it is written now. It's outdated. That was the main point of it. And then going through it, Kelly and I both found errors in ORS numbers, one just being switched around, and then clerical punctuation, spelling, things like that. And if you'll see, the original is back there. There's an original, and then there's the revision.
Okay.
And the original, so I can just tell you real quick, you'll see in the definitions, nothing changed on the top until you get down to definitions. And then when it says, let me see, ATV operator permit, the original had the ATV operator permit on there. Some of the things in this were also redundant, and they are under the general prohibitions later on, where we didn't have to have them listed multiple times throughout the document. Basically, what I did was simplify it. And if you go to page 2 of the original, you'll see class 1 ATVs as defined by ORS 801.190. And then it goes on. There were some things that, so the 50 inches, the 800 pounds and things like that are not current with that ORS. So what I did is I just added as defined in ORS 801.190, and then just put a brief description of it's also known as an ATV or quad,
Okay.
right? So that you would know. It's really easy to go to an ORS. Just all you have to do is go into your search engine, ORS
Sure.
801.190. It comes up, and then also the ORSs that surround that one, 193, 194. They're right there to click on and see what those particulars are.
Okay.
So class 2 was also there was just a lot of things in there that wasn't necessary, and that is pickups, Jeeps, sand rails, dune buggies, SUVs, things like that. Class 3, same thing, 600 pounds or less. That was different in the updated ORS. And the problem is that the ORSs get updated, but our ordinance didn't.
Okay.
That's the main problem. And then on the class 4, it was listed as 65 inches. Now it's 80 inches wide because UTVs are getting bigger.
Mhm.
It was listed as 1,800 pounds, and now it's more than that. So a lot of those things just changed. Motorcycle helmet. So I motorcycle helmet was listed several times. What we did insert is roadways there, and then got rid of the redundance with the helmet with the motorcycle. And you'll see on page 3 of 5, it now says helmet requirements, not motorcycle helmet. Actually, that answers your question. On the new one, page 3 up on top, it says helmet requirements. So all
Okay.
of these I went through, and you'll see that there's an ORS connected or multiple to each one of these, like the ATV operator permit required, safety equipment. So I didn't take away anything. I just simplified it and got rid of the redundancy of multiple listings. And then on where is it with the, okay, so on page 2 of the revised, it does on section 1.05, general prohibitions, A, operation of all trained vehicles on authorized county roadways. It's the one that changed in there is Sumter OR ATV ordinance number 2021-1 for Highway 410. That's
Okay.
what that one is. And then you'll see a lot of the stuff on these last few pages did not change at all. But then you'll see at the bottom, Oregon Public Laws /statutes /ORS, and then same thing for the .law rules and the OARs, and then the city of Sumter.com documents for the signed ATV ordinance, if
Okay.
anybody wants to view that. So it's all on there, all of the references and everything for people to search, and nothing changed on this list on attachment A.
And the one for Sumter just shows that we're in agreement with their ordinance.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, because that was listed as one that you couldn't, subject to the provisions of this ordinance, ATVs may be operated on roadways, subject to the conditions and restrictions set forth under RS 821.200. ATVs are prohibited from operating under this ordinance, and then Sumter Highway was listed under that.
Mhm.
And,
Okay.
so that did change
Okay.
in 2021.
Okay.
So,
I have a really hard question that none of us can answer here. When did the law, the rules, the ORSs actually change?
they are updated without really, I mean, they're constantly updating. So like with the class 4s, the UTVs are getting larger. As the UTVs get larger, then the ORS has to change
Well, I see, that
Through the
down here
state.
at the bottom of each thing, it talks about original source, and then it says last accessed August 25th of 23.
Which page are you on?
Well, this is on the rules that you got, and that's on 1 of 1
Hmm.
for ORS 821-191. And if you look on the previous page there, 101, 801, 190, it says last access June of 23, June 16th of 23. And I thought last accessed. Okay, that probably means somebody updating stuff.
Yeah,
Probably, but I don't
Probably,
know
but-
that.
yeah, where it says that, yeah, the original source. Gov/bills underscore laws/ORS.
So this kind of brings up something that I've talked about in the past, that we need some sort of a schedule to go through and review ordinances periodically to see if they're of any use anymore, or they're outdated, or just need a little bit of tweaking or something.
Or do they come forward like this one did naturally when Kelly was getting so many calls saying this is out of date and it needs to be revised, you know? And who's gonna be that person to go through all of the ordinances and make sure that they're up to date and
Well, we don't have that many, do we? We
It
do.
is
How
pretty
many do we
awful,
have?
yeah.
that's a lot.
Yeah,
It is a lot. It's a lot.
They
of
date
work.
clear back to like the 70s.
Well, sure,
maybe,
yeah.
or even before then, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So
Um,
there's lots.
And bottom line, I'm not asking for you guys to vote on this or anything. It's just bringing awareness to
yeah.
the
No,
fact that
yeah.
I've been working on it. And then once I get you're okay, and I've given Heidi and Aaron a copy as well. Once you're okay with it, and if there is no other revisions to this
Oh, yeah.
this revision, then it goes to council and she will review it.
I'm okay with it. There's no problem there.
So-
Yeah. No,
I-
I appreciate you doing this.
Yeah, I do too.
To me, there's a lot of ordinances that need reviewed a lot of times.
The only,
And,
the only thing I can think of is if we can ever get to a point where we publish them online, then that might be the time that we can start going through them, or it might, if they're more visible to the public, we might start getting feedback saying, hey, this wasn't updated since 79 or.
Right, and our ordinances are not on our website. There's no links to
No.
any of the ordinances, which would be something that would be smart to do. I think it'd be
Right.
easier to find it.
Right.
Kelly sent me the original of this and I thought, where did she find? Because it wasn't easy to find the ordinance itself. It was really easy to find all of the ORS.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sure, yeah. It's just that they, we haven't gone through the process and I'd like to, but at some point, if we can, get all of the things that we've been working on under some control, and actually, that's one of the things I'd really like to do, but
So-
it's not looking good in the near future.
Sounds like the consensus is we're okay with this.
Yeah.
Kim can have it.
Kim can have it?
I
Okay,
think so, yeah.
okay.
Yeah, if she sees anything, then.
Have we consulted with Kim yet?
I did, and she said that this is actually the way that she would like it
Yeah,
done.
yeah.
Is
Okay,
for
yeah.
me to work on it and everything, and then give her the final to review after everybody's
Good.
said that they're okay with it. So
Yeah.
I will make sure that she gets that today.
All right, well, thank you.
Thank you.
Full disclosure, I did see you working diligently hard on this, having fun while you were doing it. Like,
Yeah, table full.
So it was- yeah, yeah. Well, I appreciate you doing that.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. On to documents to be signed, order number 2023-146, reappointing Beverly Calder to the Transient Lodging Tax Committee.
And we still have one vacancy after this one, right? Yeah, and no other applicants. So,
And is there a certain position that that applicant needs to fill, the, like business owner or? Private
To
citizen,
follow the
yeah.
bylaws, there are, but I'm not sure where we're at. I've,
For the one that isn't filled?
well,
Or two.
yeah, there may be. Matthew was the last appointed,
Oh,
and
right.
he is at large. So that fills one of the spots, and then,
So Bev is filling the city
right, so
position.
Bev would fill the
And
city's
so
position.
I think the others, I think they only require like one lodging provider.
Yeah,
But isn't there multiple?
yeah,
For
There's
some
7-person
reason-
board, I think.
for
But-
some reason, there were more people that were lodging. Whatever.
Than what was asked
Than
for?
what's asked
that
for
are
by
I
the
heard
bond.
Sitting or at
4.
large.
Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah.
would, that's
So-
what I understood.
and that might be how you define certain businesses, I think.
It is, yeah, so,
One might define this one as lodging and, well, yeah, kind of, but you're really this instead or something, I don't know. Maybe that's an issue also.
I think we need to
Okay.
stay away from filling like an at-large position with someone who
Is lodging.
is lodging,
Mhm.
yeah. So we need to tighten up on what the bylaws say, but
Okay,
anyway,
and-
as far as this goes, under the current situation, I guess we might as well. I mean, there's no one else signed up and they're having their trouble, but
Okay, and yeah, she did wish to be considered for another term, so I'll make a motion to appoint for order number 2023-146, reappointing Beverly Calder to the Transient Lodging Tax Committee. And what is her term?
Set to expire August 1, 2026.
26.
Okay,
No,
I'll second
there it
that
is.
motion.
Okay.
all right, I've got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Nobody online, saying none. All in favor, say aye.
I
Aye, motion carries. All right, ratification of documents. First up is ODOT IGA number 73,000,000,11105. Project name US 30 10th Street, Hughes Cedar, Baker City, Baker County. And you guys did that in the last meeting? Is that correct?
No, this is one that came up just last week and needed to be signed by the 14th. And so signatures were obtained out of session. I think we just added yours electronically. You
Oh,
authorized
okay,
the electronic signature.
okay.
It originated through the road department, who recommended that it be approved. And then I also followed up with Holly, who said it, in her opinion, thought it was good to move forward with signing
Okay.
this, so.
So we're just ratifying the signatures.
Mhm.
Okay,
I'll make a motion that we ratify the signatures for intergovernmental agreement for project US 30 10th Street / Hughes Lane dash Cedar Street upgrades for Baker City and Baker County.
Do you want to include the ODOT IGA number?
No. Number 73000-000111105.
I'll second.
Thank you.
I've got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
All right.
Aye.
Yeah,
Aye.
that was too many numbers to
Aye.
say.
It was
Aye.
quiet, but aye,
Aye, aye, Captain.
Captain.
Oh, aye.
Motion carries. It's not that long of a meeting. You guys are already getting goofy. All
You
right,
threw us off not being here on the last one.
it was just one meeting. I'm guaranteed to be goofy on the next one. that is for ratification, all right. Other business, commissioner update. I've been working from Idaho and trying to catch up on reading and waiting for a baby. And that's about it. We're guaranteed on the 21st, so
Thursday.
Thursday.
Okay.
I'm starting to get nervous.
And Alicia's feeling good?
She's, yeah, off and on.
All right.
Yeah, she's very pregnant. But she's doing well. Yeah.
Good.
So,
Yeah, good.
yeah. And then after that, I'll be out for, I guess, 2 or 3 weeks. So
Still working remote while you're doing that? So if
after the baby's born, I'm gonna try to, I mean, if I can pop in to sign some stuff, but I'm gonna actually try to, participate for a little bit.
Okay.
So, I mean, if there's some major catastrophe, if we could hold off on that,
Oh,
I'd really appreciate it, but then I'll come back in. But yeah, barring anything but business as usual, then I'm gonna try to hang out at home for a bit.
okay.
This is probably my last shot at a baby, so
Yeah.
I think I'm
I don't know.
gonna retire. No, I think I'm probably better.
I don't know. Do you think?
Let's change this topic of discussion.
So anyway, that's my calendar and update.
So tomorrow is Power Eastern Oregon at Anthony Lakes.
Who else going? I know you and I are.
I am,
And anybody else? Do we know of anybody else going?
I don't know whether Noodle's going or not.
All the cars are checked out.
Oh, okay.
Are they?
Yeah, I'm taking the Jeep.
Hmm. Hmm.
'Cause there is no cars.
I was trying to get senior staff to go, but
Well, somebody must be going somewhere.
they must be.
I didn't check one out.
Yeah, because both of the cars are checked out, and then I got a notice from Shaylin this morning asking if we were gonna use the Cherokee because another department needed it, and I said, yeah, I'm gonna take it. Because my other option is a 36 Chevy or a 67 Jeepster to get up there. The Silverado's got a camper on it. I'm not taking that up there. Well, it will have a camper on
I
it.
think it's probably gonna be pretty cold in the morning too, so.
Yeah. And I have no heat in either of the old ones.
Oh, right. The Cherokee heater works pretty good.
Yeah.
So I'm
No.
glad I'm taking my pickup then.
And it's a straight 6. It snowed up there, I saw.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Great.
Yeah.
Super.
Or at least be frosty.
And
anyway.
it's been in the 80s in Idaho,
Okay.
the upper 80s.
And then you're leaving for K Falls?
Yes, will be leaving tomorrow morning, or not tomorrow morning, Thursday morning. Early. And I'll be back on Sunday, so I have travel back on Sunday. Monday, I get to rest up from that, and Tuesday, I'll be traveling to Eugene for the Oregon State University. There's a broadband educational session for a couple of days, broadband and infrastructure
Okay.
stuff. And then I will hurry back on the 28th or 29th. 28th and 29th, I'll drive back to the 28th, maybe all the way to Baker, depending on how quick I get out of there. If not, I'll stop in Pendleton to attend the District 1 meeting on the 29th from 10 to 2.
Okay.
And if you can, you should go.
When is that?
29th. Friday.
29th, AOC District.
If you
1.
can.
Oh, yeah.
If,
Okay.
if you can't,
Okay.
there's probably a Zoom option too.
I believe that there is not for the wildfire mapping. Yeah, maybe there is for the wildfire
Yeah.
mapping in the afternoon.
I think
in the
I might be
afternoon.
able to.
So,
So I will be burning up the road
Okay.
the next week and a half here.
So I did have a request, whoever is going to, whichever, if there's extra material, especially on infrastructure, could you grab me an extra packet and then
Sure.
same,
See what we can find.
yeah, if you've got, it's, one of the modules for tomorrow is healthcare in rural communities.
Uh-huh.
Will one of you, are you gonna get that?
Probably, yeah.
Okay,
I know I'll probably be in most of the natural resource stuff.
right.
So,
Okay.
and there's a lot on that agenda for
And what,
tomorrow.
yeah, a lot more this year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I make a request, if you could stick your head into that one, and if there's extra materials, I'd like to get my hands on it eventually.
Yep, we'll
Okay.
do what we can.
I appreciate it, thank
And
you.
if he runs out, he'll get more.
Well, yeah,
Tucker will.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
yeah, he's a good guy to work
Okay.
with, so.
Then I did go to Enterprise on the 14th to attend the NEODD meeting
Okay,
because I was on my way to Northern Idaho anyway. And so I thought that's a reason to go to Enterprise. So I might as well just drive to Enterprise and then go from there, which I did.
okay,
We had a broadband discussion there because we had Wallowa County and Union County, and actually talked about basically we've already got intergovernmental agreements with NEODD and the counties and everything,
sure.
but all the counties thought we ought to be working together on the broadband thing because we're a bigger block that way. And everybody was like, yeah, we can use NEODD, maybe wasn't a positive
Okay.
type of thing, but wasn't negative either. It was like,
For like some distribution or all of it? or-
basically they would be reviewing all of the contracts. The county would have to do that otherwise. We don't want to do that kind of stuff. So, and I still haven't got an answer yet
Okay,
on the VTAP. There's supposed to be a couple $1 million out, but we might be able to get up to $100,000 for that. And so I got a hold of Crystal Stone on that, asked that question. She kicked it off somebody else, and I have not got a response yet from anybody. So if I don't have one, I will get it while I'm down at OSU.
okay,
And because I'll make sure of it. And, so that's my update.
okay. My update, let me see. I tuned into the AOC Natural Resources meeting. And most of it, the first hour covered power off of the coast line, the wind power out in the
Mhm.
ocean.
oh, yeah.
And so it didn't really apply to us, but then they just touched on the wildfire mapping and a few other things that did apply to us. And the 21-inch rule did not get struck down, so it's still in place.
Okay.
But I know that on some of the projects that we have going, such as the Clark's project above halfway for the Wallowa Whitman, they are taking some over 21. There is a little thing in the little allowance that if they're danger or anything else that they can't take, they can justify taking over 21. So, and I know that our ranger has put that into some of
I
the
thought-
projects.
I thought the 21-inch rule was struck down for the Wallowa equipment.
No, it wasn't.
No,
Nope. So the Pendleton courts, we went over there a couple months ago, and then we were waiting in July, and then it finally came in August. And it was basically the Forest Service was trying to get rid of it, and they were defeated. And so the
Oh.
21-inch rule is still in place.
Okay.
Or the east side screens.
Oh, so that's where we're at. Okay.
Yeah, it's still in place. So
Okay.
there's appeals and everything that will be going on. And that's one thing when we consider Eastern Oregon Counties Association and paying dues,
Right.
for them to push and have a voice in some of those issues like that's one good example
Okay.
of the importance of having them, back us on issues like that. So so I listened in on that, and then we had an ethics training that you missed out on.
Oh, and I did
Morning and
attend that
afternoon,
too.
and it was the same ethics training that we went through at OSU in January,
That's
but
what I
without the
thought.
clicker. They didn't have the clicker thing, and but they had all of the answers that some other class did with the clickers. You know, they're
probably-
like the percentages, how they came up. Remember that?
I promised these guys the clicker.
Yeah, no,
I'm sorry if you're disappointed.
He said it slows it down.
Well, it
so-
does, but it's fun.
But yeah, and let's see, and then the wellness committee and the Christmas party committee have met talking about all of that. So I will talk about that with the calendar, with the wellness, and then the Christmas party. This afternoon, this afternoon I have a meeting with Holly and emergency management with Jason and Gary. I don't know if both of them are going to be there, but and possibly Mark Bennett. I'm not sure because he's on the wildfire mapping for the state. We did receive that. Did you guys receive that? The wildfire maps from Brennan Persinger, AOC.
I think,
Natural Resources. It came
I
in
know.
last Thursday.
Yeah.
So if you don't have that, it's, I did have Sean in the assessors printed out larger for me
Oh,
because
okay.
it's not interactive. And it really, you don't see the details. If they dumb down the fire danger from 5 different categories, from extreme to mild, down to 3 categories.
Okay.
So they simplified the mapping, and then I also had Sean print out the original one from last year, and then the new one that was presented, that's going to be presented the 29th at the AOC district meeting. And so this afternoon, we're gonna look through that. Our small group is gonna look at the map comparison and everything, get our notes together so that during the wildfire mapping, we have those questions, because as we understand, it's gonna be pretty fast paced and real structured. It's not going to be just a loose conversation about it.
Okay.
And so we want to make sure that we have all of our points listed and ready to go. And I will probably be the spokesperson for that, if not Holly, taking our questions, or one of us will be, so that one of us is appointed to speak on behalf of what we interpret on the wildfire map.
Okay.
So, and we're not getting it out to the public or anything. It is
so I
just,
haven't,
it is a
I haven't
draft.
seen the big one at all, but I just saw the little, and I thought, how can I read this? You know?
It's impossible
Yeah.
on the screen, and that's why I asked Sean, and he last Friday to print it out for me. I got it yesterday, and it's nice, and you can see more detail within all of those colors. There's no way you can on the
So
screen.
we're gonna see it in District 1 anyway.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, you will
Okay.
see it in District 1. And that's the 29th. I will be gone Thursday, Friday this week. I know that we're all, it's stretched pretty thin here with us being gone. Because I will be up at Anthony tomorrow. On Monday, there is the big meeting. I will be zooming into that one, and then town hall with Finley and Owens at 3 o'clock at OTEC. Here on the 25th, the afternoon of the 25th.
Okay.
26th, we've got weed. I've got a weed department meeting, and then also NRAC meeting right after that. And at the NRAC
Okay.
meeting, we do have a speaker coming in to talk about mining in Baker County, Eastern Oregon, and I cannot remember what his name is, but it should be an interesting conversation on
Okay.
that, and everybody's welcome to be there. We have quite a few things to cover with the NRAC, and and then that puts us into October. And October, from the Wellness Committee, came up with Walktober.
Okay.
So track your steps, even though you're gonna have a baby, you're gonna be pushing around a stroller or something like that. No, that's both of you, and then there's both of them.
Thank
And
you.
then what we're asking is, we'll be sending this out to all the departments, and then each person would fill out their own calendar, turn it into Erin, November 3rd. By November 3rd, it's that last Friday. And then we'll have top 3 individuals win a prize, and then there's a bonus department prize if your coworker is a first place winner. I was thinking like a basket of fruit or something like that for the department. If like you won in our department, then we would get a basket of fruit or something healthy, So we're not having the golf and cornhole thing that tournament that they had last year. You and I weren't here for that, but it's kind of late in the year. And
So
I know your wife was gonna make you walk.
I think there's gonna be plenty of walking for me.
so what I came up with was Kelly really likes to walk and I'm gonna give her my watch. And she.
That's cheating. That's cheat.
I
It has to
didn't
be
say it
you.
wasn't cheating.
It has to be you.
Oh, well,
Walking.
shoot.
So it should be fun. Just something different. We'll see how many people participate. I understand that the sheriff's department already does this.
If
They
I
already
can
have
put a
step
pack on and
challenge.
pack my rifle with me, I'll do it.
That's November. Unless
okay.
unless you got deer tags.
I don't
So
have any deer tags, so
Queen Scout.
I'd have better luck in the city anyway for deer.
you and I both.
Yeah.
Really nice bucks running around eating all my veggies and fruit. Okay, and I think that's it for now.
So I saw a moose up in Idaho, right on the trail of the Coeur d'Alenes.
Really?
I was gonna
yeah.
say it had to be up towards Coeur d'Alene.
It was, yeah, and we were at Hebron State Park on the
Okay.
south end of Lake Coeur d'Alene. We were riding bicycles 6 or 7 miles uphill to go eat breakfast.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
And so I was exercising. And anyway, we saw white-tailed deer and
Wow.
moose and ospreys and eagles and geese and ducks and fish and contractors. And
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, it was a very nice weather up there. It was pretty good.
Good.
So haven't been there for long time. seems
Yeah,
like.
I haven't either.
I missed the whole summer.
I was supposed to go on a fly fishing expedition, but I didn't get to.
I have a license and fish in the Boise River. While you're waiting for your-
I did, actually.
You did. okay.
Well, and I caught fish last week. I got a 1 day, and I caught 2 rainbows and 1 whitefish.
In the Boise River, or you
Yeah.
go out to Lucky Pico?
Yeah, just right there.
Nice.
How big were your rainbows?
Not very big.
Oh, that's
Kind of like 8,
That's okay.
7, 8 inches. Yeah.
7, 8 inches. You're right. That's not very big.
That's
That's
not
not very big.
But the important thing,
I wouldn't
You
have
missed the
told
important
anybody about that.
fish were caught.
Okay.
That's,
So you're heading back?
yeah, oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my phone was ringing in there. I'm a little concerned. So it's probably,
Oh, you can hear that from here?
oh, yeah, under these conditions.
Wasn't
I
that your
can,
desk
yeah.
phone? Was it? It wasn't your. it was your desk-
I think it's my cell phone.
Okay.
Yeah, it's, yeah, things will be different next time you see me.
Yeah, you'll be grayer.
Oh, yeah.
So you think you're in a hurry? Motion to adjourn.
Yeah, all right.
A second.
A motion and a second. Any further discussion? I didn't think
Aye.
so. All in favor, say aye.
I.
Aye. Meeting adjourned. Thank you, everybody.